Welcome to next episode of How to Become Associate Android Developer, where we going step by step. So today we're gonna look at, let's go to study guide given to us by Google. We are at Android core still, and we did toasts, snack bar, localized our app. Looked at application fundamentals, and today we're going to create notification. So let's click on that. So when I read this, immediately what threw me off at the beginning, so it's not updated, right? Everything here completely. They're talking about dependency, but you don't need dependency. When I put this in my Gradle file, it just gave me mistake, so I got confused. But I looked at some other tutorials that describe exactly the same thing what they're talking about here, and we will today create an app like this one right here that creates notifications. What notifications are? Notifications are they let user know something happened, and they ask user basically almost always to come back to the app. We need that because sometimes users forget about our app, or maybe they something like timely wise something happened, and we want to let user know, hey, something happened. So as an example here, if I click on this button right here, show notification, so something happened here. See this Android guy, this icon, actually I put it myself there, and we're gonna do it in a few minutes. So if you go here, this is the notification that we're gonna make. It says, user, please come back, you haven't visited our app in a while. And if you click on it, it takes you back to our app. Another button here, show big text. So if you click, once again there is notification there, and as you see, it shows not just one line, but it shows several lines, very long text. And if you click on it, it takes you back to the app. So let's create new project. Start Android Studio project, empty activity. Let's say notifications app finish. Okay, so let's go, once it's done loading, let's go straight to activity main file and delete hello world text. Let's delete that. Instead we need two buttons. One here, one there. So this button, let's give it ID btn notification, like that, and text will be show notification. Let's keep it like that. And second button, we're gonna give it text show big text notification, and ID of, let's call it btn big text notification. Alright, once again, let's constrain it left and right, and then I'm going to select both of them and click on this button that will give it infer constraints, so we don't have to do anything else. Alright, so we're done. It's pretty basic, basic design. Let's go to main activity file, and so before Android, and it's something actually tells you on this website right here, on Android website. Before Android 8.0, it was much easier to do notifications. So Android 8.0 API level 26. Before that, you could just do regular notification, and we're gonna do it actually now too. We're gonna do for regular and for the higher than API 26 and Android 8.0. But starting Android 8.0, Google Android gave users ability to silence some of the notifications so they don't get bombarded by it. And so now you have to create channels, and we're gonna do this here. Let's right after the class, but before onCreate method, we're gonna create two, actually three, because we have two buttons. So channel ID, we need channel ID, and we need notification ID. So let's start writing private vol channel ID equals, and let's give it a name, test channel. Okay, and then we need notification ID, private vol notification ID equals, and we need number. Would be good, any number. I'll just put 1. Now we have two buttons, two notifications, right? We're going to be making, so we need another one. Still one ID, but two notifications. So I'm going to copy and paste, and this one would be notification ID big text. Okay, makes sense, right? So we created channel ID, which requires now, and we have two notifications IDs because we have two buttons. If you have just one notification in an app, then obviously you will need only one. Okay, so next step is to find buttons. Let's find buttons by typing btn notification dot set on click listener. So one is done, and then the second button will be btn big text dot set on click listener. Excuse me. Okay, so this one is done. Next step would be create functions that we're gonna put inside of those two buttons, right? So we're gonna. So this is the class, right? Right before the end of the class, but after. Where's the on create right here? See, this one is on create. If you click on here on the first one, you're gonna see where it ends, right? So we need to create functions, and they have to go after on create, so we can put them inside of the buttons there. So first function, we're gonna call it private fun show notification, like that. All right, so we have the function. Now we need to start building builder. So we're gonna say var builder equals notification compat notification compat dot builder. and then it requires context, which is this, and it requires channel ID, which we created above. Channel ID right there. Okay, that's good. Below, we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna say dot, and so we need to create icon. We need so notification requires icon, which we're gonna do in drawable right here. Right click, new, vector assets, and so we're gonna you can pick any icon you want there. Just for simplicity, I picked that Android guy. So click next, and so this is the name. I see Android Black 24DP finish, and so that's what we're gonna do here. Dot. Let me start again. Dot set small icon, and it requires we need to find it. R drawable. That's where we saved it, and right there. And as you see, this little guy showed up right there. Also, let's do. We have to put. So we have to specify title and text, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to say set content title, set content title, and we're going to say user please come back. User please come back. And then another one, so dot set, I believe it's, yeah, content text, this one. And text will be, we have not see you in a while, like this. So it's just text, right? I don't know if it's probably like that. Okay, what else we need? We need to set priority. So dot set content set priority, and here we're going to say notification, again notification compat dot. So it gives you several options here to create either default, I believe it gives you like important, not less important. It's some you don't want to make it too high, priority high, because so user does not get irritated too much by your app and then he deletes your app. The whole point of notification and get is to get user back to use your application, but you don't want to overdo it. So for this app we're making right now, I'm going to put priority default, and then for your own app you can set any way you want to. Okay, what else we need? So we have title, text, we have priority. Next one would be we need to let's do this for Android 8 plus. So this is for newer versions, updated Android system. We're going to say if build version SDK int so we need is dkInt more or equals build version code, build dot version codes dot, oh, that's the Oreo, or instead of Oreo, which is 8. Then we're gonna say vol channel name equals test channel vol channel description equals test channel for notification. So it's basically internal description. Then we're going to say vol channel importance equals notification manager manager importance default. Okay. What else we need? And then we're going to say vol channel equals notification channel this one which requires us to put here channel ID, comma, channel name, comma, and channel importance. And then, let me go up like this, make some space. And we're gonna say dot apply. And inside of curly brackets, we're gonna say description equals channel description. Okay, what else we need? Okay, so after the curly brackets, we're going to say vol notifications manager equals get system service, which requires context dot notification service. And we need to cast it as okay, we have too many brackets here. We have 4, we need only 2. As notification manager. Right there. And the only thing we have to do now is add we're going to say notification manager dot create notification channel, and that's going to be a channel that we created just a few lines above. All right, well, what else we need? Next step would be to show notification. And to show notification, we would need, after the curly brackets right here, we're going to say with notification manager notification manager compat, I'm sorry, notification manager compat dot from, and inside of the from we're going to say this activity curly brackets, and we're going to say notify which requires, oops, again I did too many brackets, requires notification ID builder dot build. Okay, so all right, that looks good. All right, that looks good. I think we're done here. Let's just put this the whole show notification method inside of the button set on click listener, the first one, button notification. So we call that show notification. So let's run it. So this is my example app still there, and a new one. Let me see. Let me see. Is it running? Still, you can see it's still building, installing. All right. So let's click on the bottom. And as you see, we have notification pop up. And this is the notification. So this is the old one right here. Let me clear all actually, so you can see. Clear all. Once again, click the button. Notification popped up with our Android guy. And it says, user, please come back. We have not seen you in a while. So let's just once again, what we did here. We've created channel ID. We've created notification ID for the first button, which is 1, but you can do any number. Then we found the button, put this show notification function inside, and inside of this button, we put 2 things. We put for older iPhones, sorry, for the all the Androids, we have this simple. That's how it would look like if they didn't have any change, right? They would. That's how it would look like this here. This part right here. That's how easy it was to before to show notification. Just few lines. But because they added that new change for Android 8 or Oreo and newer, we have to do this part right here. That's why we, like, if you were typing it after me, we did the same thing basically here, but with more lines. We had to create channel. Well, I mean, we used the notification ID right here. See, if you compare, here we don't have notification ID, right? It's just so simple. It's beautiful. But now we have to make it bigger because we have to have pretty much the same thing as you see here is also for the newer phones, except we use the notification ID. We're using channel ID right here. See, so that's, if you don't understand how this works, just look on the top right here. It's much more simpler version, and then we're basically doing the same thing, but we adding a couple more things. Now, there is a problem here if we want to say a little bit more than we want to say, right? Now, by the way, the way I run right now, only this part is run, because the emulator, I believe, running on the old on the newer version. So if I want to tell something to customers, right? So just let me see. Oh no, I take it back, because yeah, text, actually text, we're using text from here. Builder, we created builder right here. So text, we're still using from here. So if it's one line, it's fine. But what if we have a lot of text like this? What's going to happen is running again. You're going to see 3 dots. It's not going to fit in there. So show notification. And as you see right here, so we have not seen you in a while, and I start writing again, we have not seen you in a while, but it doesn't fit there. It only allows you one line. So how to show more than one line? Clear all. Let's work on that. Okay, so this is all we need to do is actually copy. Let's copy, because it's very similar code. So it starts here, ends here. So I need to copy this part and paste it into, well, new function that we're gonna have. We're gonna make right now. Let's see. So it ends here. So we're gonna have to make new private function show big text notification, and inside I'll just paste everything from the first one, except we need to do a couple changes. So notification ID has to be different, right? Because we have here on top, we use this one for the first button. For the big text would be this one here. So we need to change that. Instead of notification ID, we're gonna do slash big text. And if you go, see, it's being used now. No, it's no longer gray. It's it shows that it's being used. And now the change we need to do is, remember where we were doing dot dot dot, small icon, contact title, text, blah blah blah. So here we need to add something. We need to do set, I believe it's set style. Yeah, set style. And let me see, set style notification compact again. No. Notification compact dot big text style. Big text style. Text style. Like that. And so this brackets here, be careful. This bracket, we don't close it yet. Okay, so we don't close it yet because we need to do one more thing. Dot big text, and here we're gonna type what text we want to display. And so what I'm gonna do, just copy this. See how big it is. Like that. All right, so I think it's ready to channel ID. Which is, yeah, it's pretty much that's it. That's the only difference. Okay, let's run it. Oh, no, we didn't know. We have to go to the second button right here and put that function in there. Show big text notification. Okay. Let's see how it's gonna run. So I'm just like you. I'm learning. This is just, I'm doing it for myself. All right. So there's notification. Oh, here you go. So we have big text notification, and besides that, nothing happens, right? Besides that, because if you click on it, nothing happens. But we want user to not just look at it, but we want user to click on it and take us back to our app. So we need to add a couple more lines, and it's going to be, let's start with first function, show notification, and it's going to be before the builder. Let's put before the builder. In order to, as you know, in order to get to next activity, we need intent. So we're going to say val intent equals intent. And then we have to say this activity. And where are we going to go? We're going to go to main activity, but you can use any activity. You can take them to different activity. So class choose class.java, and we're going to say dot apply, and inside of the apply we're going to say flags equals intent, and we're going to talk about this just in a second. Dot flag activity new flag activity new task, or intent dot flag activity clear task. After that, we're going to say, and this is going to be a pending intent object. I'm going to say val pending intent. Pending intent, and it's equals pending intent get activity dot get activity, and it requires this, then requires request code, which I'll put 0. Intent will be intent and 0 again. Flags 0. Now, what is flag activity? What are flags? And what is flag activity new task and flag activity clear task? Well, I looked up online, so I found this on Stack Overflow. They were talking about this. So flag activity clear task, if set in an intent passed to context start activity, this flag will cause any existing tasks that would be associated with the activity to be cleared before the activity is started. That is, the activity becomes the new root of an otherwise empty task, and any old activities are finished. This only can be used in conjunction with flag activity new task. And on the bottom here, somebody discusses it also, saying if there's basically stack of activities, and this is something to do with, remember, so we click here, right? We go here, and I guess this to do with because there's activity there, but we're not completely out, not in, and basically that's where they use those flags. So as I say, I'm new like you to development, and I guess that's why they need to use those flags, because it's not as clear as, let's say, press on the bottom takes you to another activity. Here there is a stack of activities, and so they need to use those flags. And a flag in itself, I looked up also, it's basically a Boolean, and so you need that type of coding right here to if you kind of not in, not out. My understanding at least, you need to use flags to take you to activity from the background like that, from this situation right here. So let's run. It should, let me see. No, we need to add something to builder. You know what? For this to work, we need to go and builder right here, add one more dot. Where we put a bunch of dots, we're going to say another dot. And this time we're going to say set content intent. Content intent pending intent that we create. I don't know how I create those four always. Pending intent. So now it should work. Let me try it out. So click here, there's notification, and I click on it, and it takes me, yeah, so it's working. So we added those flags and intent, and now it takes us here. And just the same thing we need to add to this second function. So I just copy and paste. We added intents right here and flags let me add it to the second one. hold on. I'm losing myself here. Big text. Okay, I'm sorry. It goes right here. And here. And then we also added to the builder. Where is that? Bunch of dots right here. Okay, so these two lines I have to copy too. From the first function, added to the second builder. Where's the builder? Where's a bunch of text? Yeah. I copied too much. Copied too much. Set content intent. See what's going on. Doesn't want to be added. Okay, so what's going on here? Intent. Did I add this, the whole thing? Copy. Yeah, we did, right? And then we need to say I always have a problem with those brackets. Oh my god, yeah. So this is the text bracket. Alright. I don't know how I always mess up with this. That's the bracket. Set what was it? The content intent. Content intent. And we said inside goes pending intent. Pending intent. Okay. So let me run this one. Alright. And I'll post this code in the comments so you have it. So the second one button I clicked, it created notification, also a big notification. I click on it and it takes me to this app, to our app. Alright, thank you very much.